So we'll begin in Samastitihi, the toes touching and the heels slightly apart, and shifting the weight around until we feel balanced in the four corners of the feet. And feeling the weight of the pelvis balanced over the feet, the heart balanced over the pelvis, and the head balanced above the heart. And bringing those planes into a dynamic alignment. And then drawing a few breaths in long, fluid strokes up and down the midline. Making yourself a little taller with the inhales. And feeling a sense of dropping and rooting on the exhales. Holding a little tone in the back of the throat to make a gentle aspirant sound. As if you were making to whisper and then breathing. Through that toned windpipe. And feel the breath sliding in and out of the space of the heart. Which begins to soften and open in response. And then draw the next breath deep into that center so that the chant resonates outward from there. Vande Gurunam Charanara Vende Sandara Sheta Suatma Sukhava Bodhe Nishreyase Jangalika Yamane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantye Abahu Purushakaram Shangachakrasidharinam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Om. And keeping that same tone in the vocal cords, exhaling, release the hands to the sides. Inhale, shift the weight back a little as you reach the arms above the head and press the shoulders forward, hollowing out in the front of the pelvis. And then exhale, keep the length as you dive the pubic bone back, keep the gaze up until you're all the way down, then drawing in gently at the bottom, press the feet into the floor, uncoil, draw the breath up the front of the spine, and then exhale, going back to a low plank position. Inhale, roll the breath up the front of the spine to the upward facing position, keeping the occipital base of the skull spread wide and the cervical spine long. And then exhale, go back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And spreading the fingers and toes. Not holding the form too tightly, but allowing the breath to guide you dynamically and spontaneously. So the body becomes a more supple conduit for the breath. And you move the body gently with its undulating currents, so that you give yourself ever more room to breathe. Empty of breath, come forward to your feet. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way up. Reach and exhale. Back to where you started. Again, inhale, hollowing the pelvis, getting long through the psoas lines. Exhale, keep the length as you slowly descend. Inhale, uncoil, roll the breath up the front of the spine. Exhale, go back to a low plank position. Inhale, roll the breath up the front of the spine again, letting the breath radiate from the center of the heart. And then exhale, up and back to downward facing. Deep rhythmic breath. Feeling the breath roll through you like a wave from the arches of the feet, up through the pelvic floor, through the psoas lines, and into the heart on the inhale. And then from the heart forward through the crown of the head and down the arms, through the hands and fingertips, back into the earth on the exhale. So that every breath is like a long fluid wave that rolls through you, from the lowest to the highest places, and then returns back into the earth. Bend the knees, look forward. Come to your feet and inhale, lift the head. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale with strong legs, rising up with a hollow belly. Press the shoulders forward, reach. And exhale, back to where you started. Again, inhale. Getting long, exhale, keep the gaze up, open the soft palate like a parachute to slow your descent, and then curling in at the bottom. Inhale, uncurl, lifting the gaze, and exhale back to a low plank position. Inhale, feel the breath roll through the full length of the spine, and exhale back, dropping the head down into the trough of the wave, just as you arrive. And working with that same visualization of lifting the breath through the arches of the feet, through the pelvic floor and psoas lines, into the heart on the inhale. You can visualize a white lotus flower in the heart, responding to that in-breath, moving in by opening its petals. And as you exhale, you send the radiant light from the center of that lotus flower outward in every direction, but especially tracing the currents forward and down through the arms, through the hands and fingertips, back into the earth. Once more. And then empty all the way out. Come forward to your feet. Inhale. Getting long. Exhale. Back down. Inhale, rising up with a hollow belly. Reach. And exhale. Back to where you started. Again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, uncoil. And exhale, go back. Inhale, waving up. And exhale. With every breath, drawing the support of the earth through the roots of that lotus flower, which reach down into the waters of the belly, into the earth of the pelvis. And imagine your legs continuing those roots, reaching down and And then drawing that nourishing support of the inhale up into the base of the flower. And letting it radiate gently as you exhale forward and down. And allowing the center line to get a little longer, but also more open with each breath. Keep the back of the palate soft and all the tension drained from behind the eyes. And keep connecting ever more clearly with a sense of spaciousness. All the way to empty, bend the knees, look forward. Come to your feet and inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. And exhale. Back to where you started. Again, like that. Inhale. Reaching to infinity. And then exhale. Diving infinitely down. Inhale, uncoil. And exhale, go back. Inhale, wave up. Lifting the heart regally. And then exhale. Sliding home. Vibrant breath. As you draw it in, feel it waking up every cell in the body. Imagine every cell opening to receive the breath. And then emptying itself out completely. As you exhale, giving it all away. Making space for something new. Making space for yourself. Making space for your consciousness to breathe. Empty of breath, come forward. Getting long and exhale. Inhale, rising up. And exhale. Back to where you started. Take a free breath in. Surya Namaskar B. Exhale, touch the fingers to the floor. And then inhale, press the heels down, roll the breath up the front of the spine, opening the lotus of the heart. And then exhale, fold down. Inhale, uncoil from the base to the crown. Exhale, take back and lower. Inhale, wave up. Exhale, go back. And step the right foot forward, finishing the exhale there. Then shift the weight back. Roll the breath up the front of the spine to Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, all the way back to Chaturanga. Inhale, wave up. And exhale back. Stepping the left foot forward. Inhale. Reach and exhale. To Chaturanga. Inhale, wave up again. Upward facing. Exhale back. Downward facing. Deep rhythmic breath. Working continuously with that visualization. The breath rolling through you. Through the full length of the spine. The heart opening to receive the breath. And then giving it all away in the very next moment. All the way to empty, come forward to your feet. Inhale. Getting long, exhale, fold. And then bend the knees deeply. Inhale, roll the breath up the front of the spine. Stand tall. Back to where you started. Touch the fingers to the floor. Then inhale to the Utkatasana position. Exhale, fold down to Uttanasana. Inhale, uncoil. Getting long but with a heavy tail. Exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, wave up. And exhale back. Right foot forward, finishing the exhale there. Then inhale. Exhale all the way back to a low plank. Inhale, wave up. And exhale back. And step the left foot forward, finishing the exhale there. Inhale to Virabhadrasana A. Exhale. All the way down. Inhale, waving up. And exhale back. Deep, rhythmic, fluid breath. Letting the breath roll through you. Openly, easily. With no resistance. And allowing the body to reorganize itself naturally around that flow. Once more, drawing it up. And exhale all the way to empty. And come forward to your feet. Inhale. Getting long, exhale. Fold down, bend the knees deeply. Inhale. To the Utkatasana position, stand tall. Exhale. Back to where you started, touch the fingers to the floor. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, uncoil. Exhale, go back. Inhale, wave up. And exhale. Through downward facing, then inhale. Uncoil, exhale. Back to low plank. Inhale, wave up again. Exhale, go back through downward facing and step the left foot forward. Then inhale. Getting long, exhale. Chaturanga, inhale. Urdhva Mukha, exhale. Adha Mukha. Allowing the attention to ride on that rolling current of breath. And letting the mind melt into it. All the way to empty. And then come forward to your feet. Inhale. Getting long. Exhale. Fold down. Bend the knees deeply. Inhale. Roll the breath up the front of the spine again. Stand tall. Exhale. Back to where you started. Touch the fingers to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Fold down. Inhale. Uncoil. Exhale. Go back. Inhale. Wave up. Exhale. Go back. Through downward facing. Step the right foot forward. Then inhale. Exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, go back. Through downward facing, step the left foot forward, then inhale. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale. And exhale back. Smooth, steady breath. Deep, calming breath. Vibrant, vitalizing breath. And spacious, emptying breath. And then the knees look forward, come to your feet. Inhale. Getting long, exhale. Fold down, bend the knees. Inhale, roll the breath up the front of the spine. And then stand tall. Once more, touch the fingers to the floor. Inhale. Lifting, exhale. Fold down. Inhale, uncoil. And exhale, go back. Inhale, wave up. And exhale. Through downward facing right foot forward, then inhale. Virabhadrasana, reach. Exhale. All the way down. Inhale. Rolling up. And exhale. Through downward facing and step the left foot forward, then inhale. Reach. Exhale. All the way down. Inhale. Buoyant heart. Exhale. All the way home. Drawing the breath up. And long fluid strokes from the arches of the feet, feeling your lotus flower open. And as you exhale, emptying out completely to make space for whatever comes next. Once more. And come forward to your feet. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. And then the knees deeply. Inhale. Roll it up. And exhale, stand tall. Samastitihi. Padangushtasana, jump the feet hip distance apart. Inhale, getting long. Exhale, dive the pubic bone back. And catch the big toes with first two fingers and thumb. Inhale here with a heavy tail. hollowing the belly, and then exhale, slowly folding in. As you inhale, you might slide the hamstrings up the backs of the legs, lift the pubic bone up toward the coccyx, and feel how the spine naturally undulates. The head might even lift a little. As you exhale, drop it down. Use the arms to draw yourself a little deeper into the fold. Same breathing pattern as in downward facing dog, but reframed by the specificities of the form itself. You can draw the same inhale up the arches of the feet, through the pelvic floor, up the psoas lines to the heart. Exhale, let it empty down the arms, through the hands and back into the toes to complete the circuit. Then inhale, uncoil, straighten the arms, lift the head, heavy tail so the belly hollows. Exhale, hands underneath the feet. Inhale here, getting long, and then exhale, drop the crown. Release all the tension from the back of the neck. Allow the spine to undulate gently with the breath. You hollow out in the front of the pelvis a little. Firstly, at the beginning of each inhale, you feel the breath lifted and then dropped down the full length of the spine. And the crown of the head reaches toward the floor. So the cervical spine is drawn long. And then inhale, uncoil. Straighten the arms. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, rising up. And exhale, back to where you started. Trikonasana, inhale, step to the right. Squeeze the heels toward each other to send a pulse right through the center of the spine. Then turn the right front toward the back of the mat. Allow the pelvis to turn a little bit toward the foot as you come down. Then externally rotate the back leg to bring the left hip high over the right. Roll the shoulders back away from the crown, gazing up toward the thumb of the left hand. Pressing the feet out away from each other, but keeping the arches of the feet lifted. So you can draw the support of the earth up into the center of the pelvic floor with each inhale. Let it go all the way up to the base of the heart, and then exhale, let it radiate out from there in every direction. And look down for balance, press off the front foot. Inhale, come up. Squeeze the heels toward each other again. Exhale, come down. Second side. Inhale, reach. Gazing toward the thumb of the right hand. Heavy tail, drawing the pubic bone up toward the navel. One more. And exhale, look down for balance, press off that front foot. Inhale, wind the arms around, reaching high through the left side. Exhale all the way down into Parivrtta Trikonasana, left hand to the outside of the right foot. Drop the tail as you turn, gazing up toward the right. Rolling the breath up the front of the spine as you inhale. Deepening into the twist on the exhale. Keeping the spine long, but staying with a flexion pattern in the lumbar spine. And exhale, look down for balance. Inhale, come up. Wind the arms around, and then continuing in one long arc, Bring the right hand to the earth. And use that right hand as you exhale to draw your shoulder further underneath you so you're deepening into the twist. Keeping long on the exhales. Spiraling further. Getting long on the inhales. Spiraling further into it on the exhales. One more. And then look down for balance. Inhale, coming up. Face the right side of the mat. Reach. And exhale. Back to where you started. Inhale, step to the right for Parsvakonasana. Inhale. Getting long. Exhale. Come down like Virabhadrasana. Be getting long through the waist. Then bring the right hand all the way to the earth. And reach long through the left arm. And reaching back at the same time through the back leg. So you ground the outer edge of the heel down. And then reach forward again from there. All the way to the palm of the left hand. Keep the belly hollow. And tailbones reaching back toward the heel. And spreading the back of the body wide, spreading across the sacrum and the back of the diaphragm. And even the occipital base of the skull. Staying strong in the legs. Very light on the hand. And exhale all the way to empty. Look down for balance and press strongly off of that front foot. Coming through the Vesuvian position and then exhale. And into the second side. And breathing through that hollow reed. From the arch of the back foot to the palm of the right hand. Trying to narrow in the front of the pelvis. Even as you keep a sense of openness and receptivity across the heart. One more. And look down for balance again. Then inhale, coming up. Wind the arms around, reaching high through the left side so the psoas line is open and long. And then exhale, lunging down. Dive the shoulder to the back of the right knee. Ground the back heel down and reaching. Staying hollow in the front of the pelvis. The tail is heavy. And keep a strong flexion pattern in the lower spine. Even as you reach continuously from the outer edge of the back heel all the way forward through the fingertips. And exhale, look down again for balance. Inhale, come up, winding the arms around, and then continuing in one long fluid stroke into the second side. Deep rhythmic, soothing breath. Exhale all the way to empty. Looking down for balance and press strongly off the front leg. Reaching out to the side, squeeze the heels gently toward each other to feel that lift through the center. And then exhale, back to where you started. Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, step to the right, hands on the hips, getting long. Exhale, narrow the front of the pelvis, lifting the pubic bone up and back as you come halfway down, hands to the floor. Inhale there. And then exhale, all the way down. Keeping the knees gently lifted. Hamstrings sliding up the backs of the legs. Lifting the sitting bones high as you inhale. But keeping a sense of external rotation deep in the hips, so that the sitting bones also draw back toward one another, especially as you exhale, and perhaps deepening a little more into the fold. And then inhale, uncoil. Take the gaze long. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale all the way up. And exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands back to the hips. Inhale, getting long. And exhale, up and over and all the way down. And using the fingers just on the inside of the ilium to feel those deep hip flexors. And see if you can release them completely, even as you keep the knees lifted and back up toward the hips. Get the soft palate released. All the tension drained from the crown. Letting it fall through the center and back into the earth. And then with the next inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, interlace the fingers. And behind the back, inhale, lift the heart and roll the shoulders back, pressing the knuckles down toward the floor. Then exhale, up and over and all the way down. Deep, steady breath. Stay with strong legs. Emptying all the way out. And then dropping the tail and using the backs of the legs to pull the sitting bones down as you rise up. Hands to the hips and exhale. Inhale here, getting long. Exhale, fold halfway down. Catch the big toes with the first two fingers and thumb. Inhale there. And exhale. All the way down. Inhale. Giving length. Exhale, releasing deeper into the form. Letting the cervical spine be long, whether the head is on the floor or not. And using the arms to draw yourself gently deeper down. Take it a little further into the form with each exhale. Inhale. Uncoil, exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, drop the tail and rise up. And exhale. Samasthiti Parsvottanasana. Turn 180 degrees to the back of the mat. Take the hands in prayer position. Inhale, getting long. And exhale. Lay the spine down over the line of the right leg, keeping a feeling of hollowness in the front of the right pelvis. So the psoas line is open, and you can breathe right through it. Now keep reaching forward and down through the root of the right big toe. Even as you feel a reciprocal lift, especially on the inhale, from the medial arch all the way up the inseam of the leg and through that right psoas line to the heart. Allow the spine to undulate naturally around that visualization. Keep emptying out. Once more. And then inhale all the way up. And turn and exhale. Coming down. Gentle undulations. And a long fluid breath. Reaching down into the feet. So you can draw the support back up. Feeling the heart lotus open on the inhale. Emptying out on the exhale. Once more. And then inhale, rising up. Turn and let the hands drop. And then exhale. Back to where you started. Take the right big toe with first two fingers and thumb for Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Pressing down strongly through the left foot, keeping the tail heavy and the spine long. Keep the left shoulder rolled back so you don't collapse around the heart. Gazing softly and steadily down. And then inhale, stand tall. Exhale, take the leg to the side. Drop the right sitting bone forward and down. Keep the chin up, look over the left shoulder. Long through the midline. Making yourself as tall as you can be. And dropping the tail and lifting through the center all the way to the crown. Inhale back through center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall. Hands to the hips. Steady breath. Try not to lean back. One more. Lift a little higher. And exhale. Bring the foot down. Shift the weight into the right foot. Catch the left big toe with first two fingers and thumb. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Strong legs. Strong roots. Reaching down into the earth. Inhale, draw it all the way back up through the crown. Exhale to the side. Pressing that left sitting bone forward and down. Keeping the pelvis mostly level and upright. One more. Inhale back through center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall. Heavy tail. Light heart. Open mind. Lift a little higher. And bring the left foot down. Shift the weight into that foot. Bring the right into half lotus and catch Ardha Baddha Padmasana. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, fold down. Bring the left hand to the earth. And drop the weight of the head so that the crown is released back toward the earth. You feel the spine being drawn long. Those smooth undulations of breath. And one more. Lift that breath up through the psoas line. And then let it release. Then inhale, straighten the left arm, lift the gaze. And exhale there. And then try to keep the left leg straight as you rise back up again. Standing tall and exhale. Release second side, inhale. Find length. Then exhale. All the way down. Drawing those inhales in long fluid strokes from the arch of the right foot, up the inseam of the right leg through the psoas line on the right side. Through Pingala Nadi. Letting the spine move naturally with the breath. So you don't hold the form too rigidly. And then inhale, uncoil. Lift the gaze, exhale. Keep the legs straight as you rise back up. Standing tall and exhale. Samastitihi. Utkatasana with vinyasa, inhale. Reach, exhale, open it up. And descend, inhale, uncoil. Exhale, go back. Inhale, wave up. And exhale. To downward facing, take a free breath in. Exhale, come to your feet. And bend down, then inhale to Utkatasana. Keep the heels heavy. And hollow out the front of the pelvis. As you exhale, dropping deep into the lunge. And as you inhale, lifting from the back of the diaphragm up into the tips of the fingers. Perhaps especially up into the ring finger. Pressing the shoulders forward and finding a strong engagement of the serratus anterior. And then exhale. And bring the hands down, shift the weight forward. Inhale, lift to Lolasana. And exhale back. Chaturanga, inhale, wave up. And exhale back. Step the right foot forward. Then inhale to Virabhadrasana A. Allow the left hip to float back. So you spiral through the back leg all the way into the outer edge of the heel. And then lifting from the back of the diaphragm all the way up into the fingertips, just as in the last form. Keeping that buoyancy even as you drop further into the lunge with each exhale. And then inhale, come up, switch, exhale, going down into it. Reaching way back into the outer edge of the right heel now, and allowing the right hip to float back. So not worrying about squaring the hips forward, but focused instead on grounding the four corners of the feet. And then feeling that sense of lightness that comes from pulling the support of the earth up into the base, that white lotus flower at the center of the heart. And one more inhale, getting long. And then open it up. And exhale, settling into Virabhadrasana B. The pelvis is square now to the right side of the mat. And both hips are externally rotating. The spine is in a vertical position. The pelvis is mostly level. And you're hollowing out right in front of the sacrum as you lift the center of the pelvic floor up toward the roots of the navel. And then inhale, switch the feet. Exhale, second side. Dropping a little further into the lunge with each exhale. Feeling a little longer through the spine with each inhale. And one more. Exhale, wind the hands down. And you step the back foot back just a half step. And then shift the weight forward into the hands. And bring the right knee in toward the chest. And all the way down. Inhale, roll up. And exhale back. Take a free breath in. And Paschimottanasana, exhale, coming through to the Dandasana position. So find an external rotation from deep in both hips. And then counter that by pressing forward through the roots of the big toes. Press the heels gently down into the floor. And then pull the knees back toward the crease of the hips. And feel how that gives you a sense of lift right through the midline. How that brings your Uddiyana Bandha into the equation. And feeling how the breath then rises from the center of the pelvic floor up to the heart. And then radiates up and out from there in every direction. Once more. And keep all those same engagements in the legs as you reach forward. Catch the big toes with first two fingers and thumb. Inhale. Lift the gaze. Exhale. Lay the spine down. Inhale. Feel that same undulating action through the spine. Exhale, go a little deeper into the form. With each inhale, draw the breath from the arches of the feet up through the pelvic floor and up the psoas lines to the heart. Let the spine naturally undulate with that movement, and then exhale. Settle a little deeper into the form. Once more. And then inhale, uncoil. Lift your gaze above the horizon. Exhale, take B or C position, so hands to the sides of the feet or beyond. Inhale, drop the tail as you look up and get long, rolling the collarbones back, opening the heart, and then keep that sense of receptivity as you exhale and go down. Gentle undulations through the spine as you draw the breath up through the pelvis into the lotus of the heart. If you come quite low, you can drop the head if that feels natural. And keep reaching the crown of the head toward the toes. That you're emphasizing that ascending current. And then inhale, uncoil. Lift the gaze, exhale. Release, and then cross one foot over the other, take the hands down. You might just bring the feet in, roll over the feet, then hands down, squeeze the knees toward the chest, maybe lift, and then go back and lower to chaturanga. Inhale, rolling up, and exhale back. Downward facing, take a free breath in. Purvottanasana. Exhaling, come through. You can take the hands back, reach the coccyx forward and up, pressing the heels down into the earth, and then spiral the legs internally and push your center of gravity forward as you come into the full expression of the form to bring the big toes all the way down, grounding them into the earth. And take the head back if it's comfortable enough. Deep breath. One more. And exhale all the way down. Then crossing the ankles again, maybe just rolling over the feet, hands down. Lift and squeeze in, and exhale back to chaturanga. Inhale, roll up, and exhale back. Take a free breath in. Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. Exhaling, come through. Left leg straight, right leg in half lotus. Catch the bind, inhale, look up. Drawing that left sitting bone back, exhale. Lay the spine down over the line of the left leg. And keep the gaze toward the right big toe with a long cervical spine. Or if you're folding very deeply, you might drop the head all the way down and just reach the crown toward the foot. Getting a little more length with every breath. And keeping those deep hip flexors relaxed on the left side. So you can draw the breath up through that left psoas line toward the heart with each inhale. Exhale to empty, then inhale. Straighten the left arm, lift the gaze, and exhale. Release. Cross the right ankle over the left. Roll over the feet or lift it up. And then go back to chaturanga. Inhale. Urdhva Mukha. Exhale. Adho Mukha. Take a free breath in. Exhale. Come forward and through. Second side, right leg straight, left leg in half lotus. Catch. Turning into the right foot as you come down. Allowing each breath to move the body naturally, organically. Allowing the body to realign itself spontaneously around the internal movement of the breath. One more. Inhale, uncoil. Looking up, exhale, release. Keep the left ankle this time crossed over the right, roll over, the feet are lifted up and back. To Chaturanga, inhale. Waving up and exhale back. To downward facing, take a free breath in. And Tiryang Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. Exhaling, come through with the right leg folded back. The foot just to the outside of the hip. Catch the left foot, inhale. Look up, opening the prana pattern, and then exhale. Folding down. Same pattern. Drawing the breath through the left psoas line. Opening the heart with each inhalation. Emptying out, forward and down with each exhalation. All the way to empty, then inhale. Lift the gaze, exhale, release. And take the hands down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, back. To Chaturanga, inhale, wave up. Exhale, downward facing, take a free breath in. And exhale, come through. Second side. Inhale, setting it up. And exhale, come down. Breathing through the right psoas line now. Keeping the collarbones rolled back. Heart open and receptive. Even as you empty out and release yourself back into the earth. Inhale, uncoil. Gazing up, exhale. Release hands down, inhale, lift. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing, exhale back. Downward facing, take a free breath in. Janushirasana A. Exhaling, come through. Left leg straight, bend the right knee. Bring the right heel back near the left sitting bone. Inhale, catch. Looking up, exhale. Turning into the line of the left leg. As you inhale and turn toward that left foot, you might gently spiral the right femur bone internally. As you exhale, reach forward through the left leg. And allow the right femur bone to spiral back out. And feel how that helps you just to clarify the looping movement of the breath from the arch of the left foot up through the left psoas line to the heart on the inhale. From the heart through the arms and back into the foot on the exhale. Inhale, uncoil, looking up, and exhale, release. Cross the left foot over the right, inhale, lift it up, and exhale back. To Chaturanga, inhale, wave up, and exhale back. Downward facing, take a free breath in. And exhale, come through second side. Catch the right foot, inhale. Looking up, exhale. Pull down. Breathing in long fluid strokes. Softening continuously around the breath. Allowing the breath to guide you into, rather through that dynamic exploration of alignment between these ascending and descending, expansive and contractive, creative and dissolutive forces. Inhale, uncoil and look up. Exhale, and release. Inhale, lift up. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale back. Downward facing. Take a free breath in. Exhale, coming through for Janu Sirsasana B. So just like A, but then sitting on the right foot. Inhale, catching on the left side. Exhale, fold down. And breathing deeply through Ida Nadi. Feeling that sense of opening up on the left side. And tracing the current smoothly, rhythmically, and lightly at the same time. Once more. And then inhale, uncoil. Looking up, exhale. Release, hands down, inhale, lift up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, wave up. Exhale, go back. Take a free breath in. And exhale, come through, second side. And try to keep the toe of the bent foot, the big toe, visible on the inside of the straight leg. If that's too much on the knee, you can point the toe, extending through the foot. Fold down when you're ready. And resume deep, rhythmic breath. And just breathing space around any areas of density, any darker places. Using the breath to hold them in a space of compassionate awareness. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Hands down, inhale, lift up. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, wave up and exhale back. Take a free breath in. Janu Shirsasana C. Exhale coming through. Now turning the right foot down and bring the right knee forward. About 45 degrees from the left leg. Inhale, look up. And exhale, fold down. If you can, bringing the navel right onto the top of the right heel. And breathing through that. Left psoas line through Ida Nadi. Through the lotus of the heart. And through the central axis of the body. One more. Inhale, uncoil. Exhale, release. Cross the left foot over the right. Inhale, lift up. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale. Downward facing, take a free breath in. And then exhale, come through, second side. Catch the right foot, inhale, lift the gaze. And exhale, fold down. Deep, emptying exhales. Vibrant, enlivening inhales. Creating more and more spaciousness with the fluid movement of the breath. That you can move more freely and easily into the forms. Inhale, uncoil. And exhale, release. Cross the right foot over the left. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale. Waving up and exhale back. Downward facing, take a free breath in. Mrityasana A. Exhale, coming forward and through. And bend the right leg. Catch the bind. Inhale. Lift the gaze and exhale. Coming down. Breathing through the left psoas line. And just letting gravity draw you down. Keeping the left shoulder lifted and rolled back. So there's no collapsing around the heart. You might reach the hands back a little to help you get long through the upper spine. And then inhale. Lift the gaze. Exhale, release. And take the hands to the floor. Inhale, lift up. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale. Upward facing. Exhale. Downward facing. Take a free breath in. And exhale, come through. Second side. Right leg straight. Left leg bent. Take the bind. Inhale. Look up, exhale, holding down. Finding that same sense of fluidity. Even as the forms become more aponic, more contracted, more pulled in. See if you can stay with that sense of spaciousness, maybe by reaching the elbows out away from each other. Widening the pelvis. And feeling how that gives you a sense of openness. Some space to breathe into. And then inhale. Lift the gaze, exhale. Release the bind, hands to the floor. Inhale, lift up. And exhale back. Inhale, waving up. Exhale. Downward facing, take a free breath in. Then Marichyasana B, exhale, coming through. Take the left leg in half lotus. Right leg squatting, catch the bind if you can, inhale. And exhale, come down. Dropping the head toward the earth. Maybe the left shoulder lifted and rolled back. The spine long. A sense of ease. And try to find space within the bind. And then inhale. Head up, exhale. Release left ankle over right and inhale, lift up. Exhale back. And lower, inhale to upward facing. Exhale back. Downward facing, take a free breath in. And exhale, come through, second side. And bringing the right leg into half lotus. And binding on the left side. Inhale, chin up. Try to keep that left foot pointing straight forward. Exhale, come down. You don't come all the way down, you could keep the head up looking forward, or maybe drop the forehead down to touch. Keep the right shoulder lifted and rolled back. Keep softening into the form. Exhale all the way to empty. And then inhale. Lift the gaze. Exhale, release. Cross the right ankle over the left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale back. Inhale, wave up. And exhale. Downward facing, take a free breath in. Marichyasana C, exhaling, come through. Reach long through the left side. Take the right hand back. Pelvis tilts back and then curl down. Push forward to close the gap between the back of the left shoulder and the right leg. Binding, if that's available. Then reach the elbows out away from each other to create space. Especially as you inhale. Exhale, deepen into the form. Allow the pelvis to turn naturally with the twist. Finding length on the inhales and depth on the exhales. One more. Inhale, look forward and release. And exhale. Take the hands down. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, waving up, and exhale back to downward facing. Take a free breath in. Exhale, come through. And turning to the left, lean back into the left hand. Close the gap between the back of the right shoulder and the left knee, catching if that's available. And breathing deeply through the form. Try to roll the breath up the front of the spine just as before, even here as you inhale. And then deepen into the twist as you exhale. Inhale, look forward and release. And exhale. Hands to the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale back. And lower down. Inhale, wave up. And exhale. Downward facing. Take a free breath in. Vrityasana D. Exhale, coming through. Left leg in half lotus, binding on the right side. Inhale, get long. Exhale, deepen. Here too, reaching the shoulders and elbows out away from each other to give yourself room to breathe. Pressing that right foot down into the earth. Deepening into the twist on the exhale. One more, getting length. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, look forward and release. And exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back. Inhale, wave up. And exhale. Take a free breath in. And exhale, come through. Second side. Letting the whole rib cage expand with each inhalation. Emptying out passively with each exhalation. And allowing the breath to guide you deeper and deeper into the form. Inhale, look forward and release. And exhale. Hands to the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale, wave up. And exhale back. Take a free breath in. Exhale, Navasana. Gazing toward the toes. Shoulders drawn back. Heart buoyant. Sitting bones dropped. And exhale, hands down, cross one leg over the other, and inhale, lift. Exhale, again. Steady gaze, steady breath. Exhale, cross the ankles in the opposite direction and inhale, lift. Exhale, back down. Again. One more. And cross the ankles. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back down again. One more. Cross the ankles. Inhale, lift. And exhale, back down. And exhale, take the hands down. And inhale, lift up. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, wave up. And exhale. Go back, take a free breath in. Bujapirasana, exhale, jump the feet around the arms, wrapping. Externally rotating the hips strongly to get the feet high. Stay here, or bend the elbows, draw them in and back as you come down. Just hovering above the floor lightly. One more. Inhale, come up and straighten the legs, Tadasana. Exhale, Bakasana. Inhale, lift higher, and exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, wave up. Exhale, go back. Take a free breath in. Kormasana, exhale, jump the feet forward again. And exhaling, lower down. And get the shoulders way down under the backs of the knees. Inhale, get long. Exhale, reach forward through the heels to come down. Get the gaze up across the floor. One more breath here. And release. And bring the feet toward each other. Lean to one side to tuck the shoulder even deeper under. And lean to the opposite side. Do the same on the other leg. Catch the bind. And you just cross one foot over the other if possible, right in front of the head, and drop the forehead to the earth. Supta Kormasana. Deep, easy breath. Letting the knees drop down toward the floor, not squeezing them in, and giving space across the back of the pelvis. One more. All the way to empty. Then release the hands to the earth. Inhale, lift up. Come into Tadasana again. Exhale, back Bakasana. Inhale, lift higher. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, wave up. Exhale, go back. Take a free breath in. Garbha Pindasana. Exhaling, come through. Legs in lotus. Thread the arms through. Or approximating the form in any way you can. Perhaps the most aponic of all the forms in this series. Feel how it draws your energies in toward the midline, bending all currents back toward the center, threading them back into one another. And you can exhale, drop the head, and then rocking all the way back and all the way up. 9 times. Go all the way to the small of your back. Turn there just a little bit to bring yourself around. And then on the last one, take your hands a little further apart. Rock up with momentum to Kukutasana. Keep drawing up from the center of the pelvic floor into the roots of the navel so the knees stay high. Arms straight, gazing steadily forward and down. One more. And then allow yourself to slide down your arms. Bring the arms out. Maybe roll over the knees. And take the hands to the floor. Elbows in and lift. And then back to Chaturanga. Inhale, wave up. Exhale back. Take a free breath in. And exhale, come through for Baddha Konasana. And bend the knees. Hold the big toes with first 2 fingers and thumb. Pressing the mounds of the big toes together. Sitting tall. Sitting bones pressing toward the heels, heels pulling back toward the sitting bones, knees dropped, and femur bones rolled back. Feel how all those actions in the legs create a very natural lift from the center of the pelvic floor up toward the roots of the navel. And feel that ascending current moving into the heart. Feel the gentle currents of the heart lifting and spreading around you. And then catch the feet and open them up like a book. Inhale, get long, but keep the tail heavy. Exhale, start to fold down. You can allow the sitting bones to lift. Bring the navel right over the heels. And then exhale, settle down into it. The sitting bones might stay lifted, or you might be able to drop them back down. And keep drawing the feet in toward the center line. Actively spiraling the femur bones back. Long through the spine. Feeling those same undulating actions that you worked with in all the previous forms. And one more. And then inhale, uncoil. Exhale, curl in. And bring the crown of the head right into the arches of the feet. Inhale, uncoil. Getting long. And exhale. And bring the feet together. Hands to the floor. Inhale, lift up. And exhale back. Chaturanga. Inhale. Urdhva Mukha. Exhale back. Upavishta Konasana. Exhale, coming forward and through. And take the feet just a little wider than the mat. Catch the outsides of the feet. Inhale. Lift the gaze. Exhale. Come down. Keep the tailbone heavy. Collarbones rolled back. Shoulders drawn back away from the crown. Gaze up. Across the floor. Allow the pelvis rotations to happen naturally as you breathe. Lifting and rolling externally a little on the inhale as the heart comes up, and as you exhale and deepen into the fold, a little internal rotation. Inhale, lift the gaze, straighten the arms, and exhale. And release, roll back, kick the feet up, gaze up. Soft and steady. Inhale, bring the feet together. Exhale, take the hands down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, take back to Chaturanga. Inhale, wave up. And exhale to downward facing. Take a free breath in. Supta Konasana. Exhale, coming through to a Dandasana position. Inhale there. Exhale, lie back. Initiate the lift of the feet. Inhale as the feet come up over the pelvis. Exhale, take the feet overhead, catching the big toes with first two fingers and thumb. Then lift the sitting bones. Take 5 or so breaths here. Staying long through the waist as best you can. No excess tension on the back of the skull, like the cervical spine. And then exhale all the way out to empty. Initiate the rock, pressing off the back of the head. Roll up. Catch yourself on an inhale, getting long. And then flex the ankles. Keep the weight back as you descend. So you bounce off the backs of your calves. Come down. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the gaze, and exhale. And hands to the floor. Inhale, lift up. And exhale back to Chaturanga. Inhale. Wave up, then exhale back to downward facing. Take a free breath in. Supta Asta Parangushtasana. Exhale and come through to the Dandasana position. Inhale there. Getting long, exhale, lie back. Kick the right big toe up into first two fingers and thumb of the right hand, inhaling. Exhale, fold into the line of the right leg, extending through both feet. Trying to bring the chin all the way to the shin. Inhale, take the head to the floor. Exhale, take the foot to the side, looking over the left shoulder. Press the right sitting bone forward and up, even as you continue to spiral down through the inseam of the left leg. Long waist. And then inhale, bring it back through center. Exhale, fold into the line of the right leg. Inhale, head to the floor. And exhale, release. Inhale, second side, catching left big toe with first two fingers and thumb. Exhale, fold into the line of the left leg. Extending through both feet. Inhale, head to the floor. Exhale, take the left leg to the side. Looking over the right shoulder. Pressing the left sitting bone forward and up. But internally spiraling through the right leg. One more. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, head to the floor. And exhale, release. Maybe arranging yourself so that you can take Chakrasana, exhaling through it to Chatwari. Then inhale and exhale back. Take a free breath in. Ubaya Padangushtasana. Exhale, come through. To Dandasana position, inhale there. Exhale, let back. Initiate the lift of the feet and inhale. Exhale. Catching big toes with first two fingers and thumb. If empty of breath, press off. And then catch yourself with an inhale. Take the head back. Balancing between the back edges of the sitting bones and the coccyx. One more. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, back. Inhale, wave up. And exhale. Downward facing, Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana. Take a free breath in. Exhale, come through to the Dandasana position. Inhale here. And exhale back. Initiate the lift of the feet. Inhale. Exhale, feet overhead, holding the heels this time. Initiate the rock on empty. Catch yourself on an inhale. Exhale, fold in, wrapping the elbows around the backs of the calves. Using the actions of the diaphragm like a jellyfish to swim upward. That you're ascending in the legs. Rising upward toward the light. One more. Reaching with the crown. And then inhale, straighten the legs. Take the head back. Straighten the arms as well. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, lift up and back. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, wave up. And exhale back. Take a free breath in. Setu Bandhasana, exhale, come through to a Dandasana position. Inhale there. Exhale, lie back. Turn the feet out with the heels touching one another, bending the knees ever so slightly, and then take the hands just behind the sitting bones. Press the elbows into the floor. Arch. Come to the crown of the head. And then you could stay here, or you could lift the hips up into the hands and straighten the legs there. Or you might cross the arms over the heart. Gazing down the line of the nose. One more. And then bring the elbows down again. Bring the sitting bones down. Then lift the head. And then lay the spine down back onto the earth. And then moving through a vinyasa. Taking chakrasana if you're up for it. Exhale through the floor. Into chaturanga, then inhale. Wave up and exhale back. Take a free breath in. Urdhva Dhanurasana, exhale, come through to a Dandasana position. Inhale there. Exhale back. And then the knees, set the hands. And then scoop the tailbone forward and up, dipping the knees forward, straighten the arms underneath you. Wrapping the shoulders back. Letting the pubic bone drop down toward the coccyx. And keeping the hips lifted high. Steady breath. One more. Exhale, come down, touch the crown of the head, then inhale back up. Keeping the outer edges of the feet grounded. Medial arches lifted brightly. Backside released. And then exhale, touch the crown to the floor again, inhale back up. Exhale, coming down, touch the head again. Inhale back up. Exhale down, touch. Inhale up last time. And then coming down or standing. And if you stood up, maybe taking a few drop backs, pressing the hips way forward, then inhale, lift from the back of the diaphragm. Get as long as you can through the waist, even as you pull the pubic bone back. And then reach. Rock back toward the back of the mat, then forward to come up. And then continuing like that. Exhaling back. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Inhale up. Maybe once more, exhale back. Into Urdhva Dhanurasana. And hold. Lifting the arch brightly. Pressing hands and feet into the earth. And keeping a balance between the feet and the hands. And then when you're ready, coming out of it, and folding down. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, bend the knees. Come all the way down for Paschimottanasana. Inhale, get long. Drop the tail, exhale. Fold in. Inhale, uncoil. And exhale, release. And lie back. Inhale. Lift the feet up over the pelvis. Flex the ankles. And feel the weight of the legs dropping down into the earth. And then hollow out from the pelvic floor to the undersurface of the diaphragm. And feel the ascending and descending currents merging in that empty space, intertwining behind the navel. And stay there if you like, or kick up to Sarvangasana. Spreading the back of the body wide. Gently narrowing in the front. And feeling the pelvic floor dropping down toward the navel. Even as you spiral up and in through the legs. And exhale, bring the feet overhead into halasana. Pointing the toes back. Maybe drawing the shoulders further underneath you, lift the sitting bones. Release all the tension from behind the eyes and from the back of the palate. One more. And then coming into Karnapitasana. Dropping the knees down passively, not pushing into the back of the neck. Letting them come down, and maybe even squeezing the ears with the knees. And straightening the arms. Without any unnecessary tension. And then straighten the legs again. Bring the feet back up over the pelvis. And if possible, taking Urdhva Padmasana, or just cross the ankles and then bring the hands to the knees. Straighten the arms. Easy breath. Drawing the shoulders back gently to press them into the earth. And keeping all the tension drained from the head. Releasing it back into the emptiness. One more. Exhale, bring the knees down toward the shoulders. Wrap the arms around the backs of the legs. Hug in. And then soften. Pindasana. Let the form be almost totally passive. And then releasing. Maybe bring the arms forward with the palms flat so that you can very slowly release the spine down. One bone at a time. Until the sacrum lies flat on the earth. And then take the hands to the backs of the legs, just below the sitting bones. Bring the knees down. Press the elbows into the floor. Slide the sitting bones back so you have a nice arch. Maybe catching the feet with the hands. You could have an underhand grip and turn and press the elbows into the floor. And feel that sense of lift and spread across the plane of the heart. Completely release the tension from behind the eyes and from the back of the palate. Let it slide down the back of the throat and just appear into the emptiness of the body. And then release. Straighten the legs, bring the feet together, straighten the arms. Hands together, point the fingers toward the toes, with the legs at about 60 degrees from the earth. One more. Press the elbows into the floor as the feet come down. Look up towards your feet, and then release. We'll take a vinyasa through chakrasana, or not. Inhale, wave up, and exhale back. Shirshasana. Interlace the fingers, bring the elbows down. Walk the feet in until the hips come over the shoulders and the feet become light, coming all the way up. And feeling the spine rising up vibrantly away from the earth, reaching up toward the sky. Even as you press down into the earth through your foundation, through the arms, through the shoulders. And the crown of the head just resting lightly in the center. And then bringing the feet down so that you're piking the legs, pulling the pubic bone way back toward the coccyx. And find steadiness. And coming back up. And maybe lifting. And if you lift, if you can flex the feet and drop the head, look up towards your toes. And slowly, slowly, returning all the way back down into Balasana. Chaturanga. Inhale, wave up. Exhale, go back. Take a free breath in. Exhale, come through to the Dandasana position. Inhale there. And then taking Padmasana. Binding the arms behind the back if possible. Lift the gaze, roll the collarbones back, and then exhale. Fold down. And bring the forehead to touch the earth if possible. Letting the mind melt into its support. Exhale the last breath all the way out, and then hold in the emptiness. And when you're ready to inhale, let the inhale bring you up. Release the hands. Bring the hands forward to the knees into Jnana Mudra. Begin to settle more firmly down into the earth as you draw the breath in long fluid strokes through the midline. Feeling the inhale slide across the soft palate down through the heart, behind the roots of the navel, all the way to the center of the pelvic floor. Feeling the exhale slide back up along the same path, through the waters of the belly, the fire of the diaphragm, the light of the heart through the space of the throat, breaking and swirling back underneath the soft palate, or perhaps continuing all the way up through the crown. Inhale, you draw all the way down into the center of the pelvic floor. Exhale, you release it all the way back up. Let it emanate outward from the heart in every direction. Holding those visualizations very lightly, giving more space for the experience itself. One more. And as you exhale, let the chin lift. And just give space for a moment or two to feel the resonance of the practice. Feel the creative currents moving gently and sweetly from the center of the heart with a natural kindness and generosity. And feel them moving outward, reaching through the space that surrounds you. Feel that sense of openness and spaciousness that emanates so naturally from the center. Know that as the spaciousness of your own deeper awareness. And out of that spaciousness comes the vital currents that shape your experience, shape your body, and make your thoughts turn and your heart beat. The sensations trace across your sensory fields. And feel how it so generously gifts every moment of this experience and every other to you, asking for nothing in return. And knowing that you connect with that deep, innermost generosity every time you breathe, and forming an aspiration to let the generosity of those deeper currents move more easily through the center of your being and reach out to color all of your perceptions and your interactions with others, so that you may see all beings as does that deeper light of awareness through the sweet, loving gaze of compassion. And let the whole thing dissolve. Bring the hands to the earth. And lift up Utplatihi, straightening the arms, breathing softly. One more. And then coming down. And then moving through a final vinyasa. Exhale, come through. And inhale, sitting up. Then turn and exhale, lie back for Shavasana. So draw the shoulder blades together and down. Take the hands out away from the hips and feet a little wider. Draw a breath down into the center of the pelvis and then exhale, release all the excess tension down the legs and through the arches of the feet. And draw the breath between the shoulder blades. Feel any excess tension there, release it down the arms and let it dissipate through the palms of the hands. And then draw the next breath from the crown of the head straight down into the center of the heart. And as you exhale, send it back up along the same path so it leaves the body through the crown. And then release all technique. Release all effort and all assessment. Let the crown of the head be soft and the eyes heavy in their sockets. Feel the flesh of the cheeks sliding down the cheekbones toward the earth as you soften the back of the palate. Let all the excess tension from the mind drain down the back of the throat into the emptiness of the heart. Let the attention move into that emptiness and feel its warmth, its radiance, as an unconditional generosity. Let the attention melt into that radiance as the rest of the body melts into the earth. And draw the next breath deep into the center of the heart. And as you exhale, let it drop and spread evenly down the back of the body to the feet. And then gently move the fingers and the toes. And bring the feet together and slowly reach the arms above the head, stretching long through the midline. And then bend the knees. And turn to the more open side, letting the side of the face rest on the outstretched arm. And then coming back. And bring the hands together in front of the heart. Draw the breath in. Om. Swasti Prajavyaha Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahishaha Go Brahmanyeryaha Shubham Astu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Tat Sat.